Hey, what's up everyone? Ryan here, and I'm back with another College Football 26 Dynasty Mode Series video. Today, we have the regular season finale here of Year 1 between head coach Ryan Gamer and the number 10 ranked team in the nation, the Purdue Boilermakers, against one of their biggest rivals, the Indiana Hoosiers. So, it's rivalry week, and what better way to close out the season with a win over our rivals and also a chance to be in the college football playoffs. Yes, right now, we are sitting in the college football playoff bracket. But it all depends what happens across the league this week. So, of course, we got to win. If we lose, we're out, obviously. But if we pull out the win, you never know what's going to happen. There's still a chance we don't make it, even though I think we should make it no matter what. With the wins we've had this year, like, we've taken down so many top 25 teams. So I think we should be in it, but we'll be in the hands of the College Football Playoff Selection Committee after this week. So today we have a big matchup here, and Indiana is looking good. So earlier in this year, we looked at them and they were in the 70s overall. Now they're 84 across the board. We're 79 across the board. This is going to be a battle. You know, it is a home game. Thankfully, we just had one of the best games of the year, an overtime victory over Washington in Washington, 38-31. What an insane game that was. Like, that was just a wild game. So this is going to be tough today, everybody. This is a home game, which is nice, but this Indiana team is very good. So we're going to have to play smart football. They're led by their wide receiver, Elijah here, who's 93 overall, 97 awareness with 89 speed. And just to point out, that's faster than most of our defensive backs at 89 speed. So he's going to have a day. We're going to have to find a way to stop him. So we're going to start with the top stories just like always today. Take a look at the college football playoff top 25 and the bracket, the conference standings, and then diving into the matchup. So I have timestamps for you all just like always in the video description, and you also can see the game start timestamp at the bottom of the screen. So feel free to jump ahead if you want to go ahead and do that. And if y'all get some enjoyment on today's video, drop a like. It really helps the channel, and subscribe for plenty more sports game content. Madden 26 content will be starting this week as well. So stay tuned for that. That's going to be a lot of fun. So there are really no top stories this week. They were basically all about the college football playoffs. So taking a look here at the top 25 here for the college football playoff rankings. Miami, number 1. Penn State, number 2. Michigan, Georgia, Oregon, Ole Miss, SMU, Duke, Texas Tech, Purdue, Alabama, and Notre Dame would be the first team out. Now, I did take a look at what happened last week in week 13. So keep in mind, we had a bye week. So we're coming off a bye week. Our last game was in week 12. So Oregon played USC in week 13. They won 61-10. That was an insane win, and that basically knocked USC out of the college football playoffs. So right now, Notre Dame is the first team out at number 12, and they are not in a conference, so they're an independent, which means they have no chance of winning a conference championship. So their only chance to make it is to get into that number 11 spot versus Alabama. And I do want to point out that I don't necessarily agree with these rankings. So you see Oregon and Ole Miss at 8-3, they're at 5-6. We've had just as tough of a schedule as both of those teams, and we're 9-2. We beat multiple top 25 teams. We took down Ohio State, and we are still not in the top 5. I think you could argue that we should be above Oregon and Ole Miss, and also taking a look at SMU, Duke, and Texas Tech's schedule, we should be ahead of them as well. So here we are at 10. Really, I think we should be at 5 or 6. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how this ranking plays out at the end of this week, right after rivalry week here, our regular season finale. Now, if the season ended today, we would get to prove that we are the better team than SMU, and we get to be in that 7th spot. So yes, we'd be facing off against SMU. Now that would be an away matchup, right? So that's what's tough about these rankings. If we had a higher ranking, a 5 or 6, we'd be guaranteed a home game. Now, I think we should be there, and I think many of you all would agree with that. But we might get robbed of that opportunity, and we might have to play away in the first round of the playoffs. But it would be Miami, Penn State, Michigan, and Georgia getting the first round bye. Oregon would be facing off against Tulane. So Tulane is the projected 5th highest conference winner. Texas Tech versus Duke, Alabama versus Ole Miss, and then Purdue versus SMU. So the projected conference winners, the top 5 are Miami, Georgia, Penn State, Texas Tech, and then the 5th highest ranked would be Tulane. So Tulane would be taking Notre Dame's spot there at number 12. And here's your look at the updated Big Ten conference standings. Penn State at the top, Michigan number 2, Oregon, USC, and then Purdue. Yes, we're sitting number 5. What a year we've had. This team was dead last in the Big Ten in real life in 2024. Ryan Gamer takes over as the head coach, leads them to a 6-2 conference record, possibly 7-2 if we can take down Indiana today, and maybe a college football playoff berth, right? We could make the playoffs this year, everybody. And it is time for the final game of the season here. Ryan Gamer has a chance to lead the Purdue Boilermakers to a 10-2 season and make the college football playoffs. The only team in our way is Indiana. We got to play smart today. Smart football is the only way we win, because I took a look at their depth chart and they are stacked, everybody. They have so much talent. They're 84 overall. We're 79. This is going to be a battle. So let's see what uniforms they're wearing. So their default home is all white. So you already know we got to rock. The uniforms, we've had so many upsets in this year. The alternate all black. And then Purdue playbook 4-3. It's time. No big speeches today. We just have to get the job done. We just got to do what we did all year. Smart football, sticking to our scheme, and just winning the football game, right? That's all we do.
The final home game of any college football season is cause for celebration. Senior Day, a perfect way to celebrate and remember all of the accomplishments of this group of leaders. Welcome to the home of the Purdue Boilermakers, Ross Age Stadium in West Lafayette, Indiana. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Indiana Hoosiers, taking on the 10th ranked team in the land, the Purdue Boilermakers. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started.
Now, I will say, there is no quarterback dilemma right now. Ryan Brown is our quarterback. But if he starts getting wear and tear and his stats are lowered, we will probably go with the sophomore Singleton. Singleton came in last week, led us to victory. He dominated. So who knows? Now, I will say, our team's big problem right now is wear and tear. We have so much wear and tear all over the place. That's going to be a big issue in today's game, and if we make the postseason, in the postseason, right? So that's going to play a big factor. There's the rivalry. Look at that. 66-0 last year.
Conferences last year, and maybe one of the worst teams in the country. They fell 66-0 to their rivals in the old Oaken Bucket game, and Indiana, of course, made its way.
Purdue thought they were playing a different sport than football in the final game. Clearly, they didn't know they were playing football.
Good that came out of this game. This was not a
Indiana
rivalry.
did.
This was a one-sided beatdown. Not only did Warwick throw for 6 touchdowns and Indiana
Tell
scored
you, what a rough year for Purdue last year.
Coach fired.
Wow.
That's how bad this football game was. Jesse, they had to go to the bullpen and make a change from their head coach.
Yeah, the head coach after the game said it was the worst offensive performance he had ever seen, and David, he's right. They had 67 yards in the whole game and turned it over 5 times.
Purdue had 67 yards only in that game and turned over the ball 5 times. Well, no wonder they lost.
At the line, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short.
That'll do it.
It's Mendoza. Quickly complete.
Yeah, they definitely didn't know they had a football game, but I tell you, Indiana was a great team last year, and they're probably going to be a good team this year. I mean, based on this game, they are.
Nerves. I mean, everybody does. Opening drive, that you watched film, and how good are they really? And you get that first down, you throw the quick
slant. Now, perfect time for that. Edge blitz.
The Hoosiers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass.
He dropped it, yes.
Incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Okay.
My job is to make
3rd and
sure that
13.
ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet,
Cover 3.
really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all,
Play the
as soon as
sticks.
his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
I mean, I thought I read that. I did read it, but I just wasn't fast enough. But our teammate helped us.
About 3 more on that one.
Like, I was reading that route. That's a great stop, though. Come on.
Sky for the first time. Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. So Purdue's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And this might be a real challenge for this quarterback because that corner, David, can take away an entire half of the field.
Yeah, and that's the bright part of this defense. Like you know,
We're talking about number 5, I believe, there on the outside.
Like one of the best in the country at your spot. So interested to see how
Wide
this
open.
passing attack works.
Go, Jackson. Go. Go.
Because I'm not going after him, Palmer.
Well, I don't think this quarterback has seen a secondary built like this. He definitely hasn't seen a corner with this guy's ability. So
We
if he
played
is gonna
Michigan
try
this
him,
year.
He better have really good time.
He had the best secondary you could ever imagine.
Not be late throwing out-breaking routes because this dude will pick him off and take it to the house.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit of the
Stick to the game plan. Our team is good at short route running, and our offensive line can protect for a couple seconds. That's all we need.
Wants to go up top.
Oh, I misread that. That's interception.
Intercepted for the 11th time.
I misread A and Y.
On the interception.
I misread
Some
the
defensive
middle
backs just have a way
linebacker.
of finding
Wow.
the football, and
All
he's
right.
starting to develop that.
That's pitiful.
His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot. in
Well,
the back
did we
end.
go with the other quarterback? No, that's all on me. We can't blame Ryan Brown. I made up for it. No, that doesn't make up for it unless we get the ball back, but I did make a good play there.
This defense, they are tenacious.
Tell you,
They've
come
got
on,
guys
team.
up
What was I
front that are
doing on that
athletic and
throw?
they're so strong and can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action attempt.
Makes the grab down the middle. Oh, there might have been trouble if they had knocked him down so quickly. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better 3rd down situation.
And I like the QB.
Come on, team.
I like
Watch the
decision
quarterback.
where I understand. Let's get this football out. Let's get
He
some
might run.
positive yards, and then get to 3rd down, and we can still have a better situation.
I got
now
caught on the
because we got
receiver.
rid of the
That's
football
not
and took the
holding.
yards that we
It
got.
wouldn't let me move.
And the incomplete pass on 3rd down, but there is a flag on the field.
Wouldn't let me
see
move.
what that's about.
It's going to call that defensive holding. If you get stuck on the defender, it calls it holding. There's nothing you can do to get off of them once you get stuck there.
Will gladly take a fresh set
Wow.
of downs after the penalty. To the air, it's Mendoza. This time he's got
That
his
is
man.
frustrating.
He stopped just a
What are you gonna do,
gentleman
right?
two away from the 1st down and sets them up beautifully here. The Hoosiers come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. The give out of the gun.
That middle linebacker got crushed by number
Really good
78.
running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. And the Hoosiers getting set on 1st and 10.
We keep pressure on them.
Use the play fake. Now
They
throw.
read me like a book.
Touchdown, Indiana. Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. They can use this first score to sort of set the
Okay,
tone,
that'll
guys,
get
in
the
this
nervous shitters
rivalry
out, right?
matchup.
Man, doesn't this
Terrible
feel
decision
good
on the
to
first
come out,
drive for me.
score early,
A
get
pick,
the crowd
and they
involved,
scored.
Get the nerves out of the way,
It's
Palmer,
not about the
when you're
mistakes you
playing in
make.
a
It's
big
about how you
rivalry
respond,
game.
right? You're going to make
And
mistakes.
I feel like momentum's always a
That
big
was
thing
pretty
in
bad
any
one,
game,
but
in
it's all right.
rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line.
It's wide
Sets
open.
up the screen.
Go, go, go.
At the 35, he's open. He goes out of bounds.
We know our fan base will lead us to victory, right? Like this Purdue Boilermaker fan base, they've been fired up this year.
To the air on first
Big
down.
part of our victories.
Snagged in the middle. It's Jackson. Good pick up there as
Oh
he
no,
gets the first down.
lost an
They'll mark
offensive
him at the
lineman. That's
48.
tough. We do not have a lot of depth there.
Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Wants to go up top on first down.
Yeah, the throw lifted up.
A big hit there.
Bruised ribs. Oh, he'll be fine.
This
I'm telling you, wear and tear is going to be really the big story today.
The old Oaken bucket is When Lee Corso won it for the first time, he slept with the bucket. It's a running room.
Yes, I was listening to that story. They say when Lee Corso won for the first time this rivalry, he slept with the bucket.
This defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there.
It's open, just a little bit of space though. We needed more.
Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
I tell you, I love Purdue's playbook. The coach suggestions are spot on. It's such a good playbook.
Looking to fire.
What a catch. Quarterback sneak, you better believe it.
They've got it down to the 3.
I may not talk as much today. Just gonna be focused and not make a mistake like we did earlier.
Guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm gonna take big shots down the field too.
Am I crazy to pull a Philadelphia Eagles here? I am tempted to pull a Philadelphia Eagles here. Just like, didn't we do that recently?
We played 1 period.
I can't remember. This has been a long year, right? It's been a stressful year, right? So stressful. So many stressful games.
And back at it here in the second quarter.
Yeah, 2-yard line. I know we don't have the tush push, but quarterback sneak this just until you score. My score here.
Quarterback sneaking his way, tunneling and burrowing into the line. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Quarterback sneaks
yes! Come on.
He gets it done.
It's not the tush push, but it's the closest we can get. Ryan Brown hits him with the gritty.
I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense.
It's going to be a ball game. I tell you, this is insane.
Was good as they finished the drive. So they put together a 9-play, 7.
It's not about the mistakes you make. It's about how you bounce back. Take full responsibility for that terrible decision on the first drive. I'm just glad it wasn't a wrong button. What do I like more, a poor decision or the wrong button? I think a poor decision. Because wrong buttons are getting very frustrating.
Goes back even further. 1891. Alumni associations from both sides decided what's the perfect, most suitable trophy? Well, of course, an Oaken bucket.
Yeah, of course, a bucket. A bucket's the perfect reason and the perfect thing to fight for.
A bucket.
What are you going to win?
Everybody wants to win a bucket.
No, but I mean, I think the history of it's cool, but Jesse, when you make it a trophy game, it's just so much more
That's
fun.
pretty good.
It's so much more energy. It's so cool. You're going to celebrate with it. You're going to go grab it right after the game.
Yeah, you know, both Purdue and Indiana, they're hoping to add a score, a date, the city this game was played in. Someone's adding a P or an...
You're kidding. Good tackle, touchdown-saving tackle. Come on, defense. Our defense is better than this. Their quarterback is 9 for 10. That's definitely something they need to adjust and update in this game. Completion percentages are way too high, especially if you play Heisman. The AI, all the quarterbacks, their completion percentage is in the 90% every single game.
Defense is having none of it.
It's crazy. They're the most accurate quarterbacks in the world.
2nd and long. Just keep slinging it. Grabbed over the middle.
I mean, he just outran us.
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam.
Okay, what if we bait him to an interception?
Way down to the 11.
Right here.
The Hoosiers are moving quickly down the field.
I'm gonna fake blitz. Well, they read that. It didn't matter. That's not who he was trying to throw it to.
The offense is threatening. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Quarterback on the keeper.
Good quarterback keeper. I tell you, Mendoza is playing like a superstar right now.
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option, and you've seen the evolution with the scrambling
10 for 11.
Can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
They're getting set to
You know, this is going to be one of those games. The team who has the ball last might win. And now our first drive, no, but I do believe it's going to be one of those games.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Makes the grab. It's Jackson. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. Trying to get a rhythm in the passing
Jackson
game.
to a
Now on
slant
second
here.
down. Back to pass. Dances away to buy time.
He was open. I just didn't think we could feed it to him. Our quarterback is not great at throwing the run.
Big picture at Purdue.
If he was, I would beam that in there.
Fresh off their new top 10 ranking.
Got to be a slant.
How far can this team go?
Well, they're starting to get there now, right? And I think once you get some big wins,
Wide open.
Jesse, and you start to climb up.
That's all Jackson. That's what he's done all year. He's so good.
I think we might just be scratching the surface with
I
this.
cannot believe he
that's the
caught that
difference with
football.
This team is it feels like they're really starting to.
It's not a good
believe.
throw. He's
We always
wide
knew
open.
They were talented. They knew it too. But getting some of these big wins this season, I think they now believe they can take down anybody in the country.
They're dealing with a
If it's a
second
play
and long.
that does not have a drag or a slant, we're probably not running it, right?
Wants to go up top. With the catch, it's McCollum.
I did not mean to do a secure
And
catch
just a
there.
short, safe pass play. They pick up a
Okay,
field.
I like our quads.
You know, sometimes even a short
Quads
game like
and
that can be used
slot
to set
pivot.
up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take
And
a
I'm
shot
looking at
down the
Jackson.
field. Don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play.
Wait,
'cause they
McCoby,
know this guy
wide
with the
open.
ball in his hands is dangerous.
You catch him in
He
that
makes
coverage,
one
that's
guy
probably
miss,
going to be open
he
every
can take it to
time.
the house.
Nice job by the running back catching the football and understanding where the first
Inside
down
cross.
marker
We're looking
was.
at Tuggle
I gotta
here.
Go get that first down. He did a nice
Wide
job.
open.
And it's incomplete. If you're
Catch
gonna
the
take a hit
football,
like
listen.
that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Exactly what the commentator
Dominant
just said.
receivers like to get hit. They just don't,
Wait.
okay? They're prima donnas.
That's
That's
cover
what they
zero.
are. That's who
That-
they
we have
are.
the perfect
Nice
play call
job
for
by the
this.
defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had
That's
to
a
think
touchdown.
about something.
You can't press Magwood. Good luck. I mean, you can press them with their other cornerback on the other side, right? You cannot press on the opposite side. Their cornerback is not fast enough over there.
It's so exciting to watch. They've got guys that are dangerous.
Their
after
only
the
weakness
catch.
is
If
that
this
side right
quarterback
there.
gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride. These guys
What
will
a
take
throw,
it to the
too.
house.
Man, it's your
Yeah,
job
that's
to
their
do
only
the rest,
weakness
right?
there.
You hit me in stride where I don't
One
have to stop
cornerback,
running.
you catch
I'll
up in
break
pressing,
down.
they're on
It
the left
makes
side,
it
it's probably a
so
touchdown.
easy. The connection between quarterback
On the
and
right
wide
side, it's gonna be
receiver, you
picked
can
off
tell
for a touchdown.
This is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Guarantee you that.
The latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away
Well,
again.
our right, their left. Our right, their left is their best team,
And
but their
he'll just
best player on their
take it in
team.
this drive. We'll start
It
at
looked like
25.
depth chart wise.
Indiana
especially
sends
on
the offense
defense.
onto the field.
They have a lot of talent.
The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like,
You know, when you throw so many interceptions like me, they don't even phase you anymore. Right? Like, I just threw that first one. It's like, all right. They scored a touchdown. All right. We'll get it back. Right? That's the mindset you have to have.
I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Back to pass, it's Mendoza.
He's no way he's catching that. Yeah, good hit.
Loose on second down, that brings up
Okay,
third down.
some pressure.
Hey man, if you're going
Play
to
the
force
sticks.
incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be
I'm
physical.
looking at the
Nice
slant
job
on this
with the
side.
hit,
Wait, where am
forcing that
I? I better get on the
incompletion.
line. I don't even know who I'm controlling right now.
Sticks on third down through
It
the air.
works!
And here comes
Come
the
on!
heat. They get home,
It
and they
works!
get him at the 21. And the Hoosiers send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've
Mixed
had to
up
kick it away.
there, who we were sending and who we were dropping back in coverage. The blitz got there. Come on.
They'll put a stop
Good
to
try.
that return at about
A
the
minute 13 left. We got to
37-yard
score
line.
here, right?
The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took
Looking
them
at
right to
McCoby.
the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense.
If I
think,
waited
put
a
them
little
back
bit
on their heels
longer,
now.
we might have had a
Probably
touchdown
might
there,
be able to
but
slip
I
a few
believe
runs
the
in
line
this
was
drive
collapsing.
to
That's what
really
it seemed
jack
like.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. And they've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one
Good
matchups,
catch.
man, take advantage.
He's so good.
And a good job of coverage by
He
that
doesn't
defense,
drop it.
just a short pickup.
I mean, he has like one
These
drop a
wide
game, but
receivers
it's
work
never
the
like
middle
a
of the field. So much
it's
of
never
this
like a
is
hard catch.
understanding
He
where
only
the
drops the
holes are
easy
in the
ones.
zone,
He catches all the hard
how to
ones.
get leverage on a
But I need
man,
to
and
change to the
these wide
outside view here
receivers
to
are
see
dangerous
why.
nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
Can't
Well, can he throw on the run? Well, you tell me. On the 43-yard line, 26 seconds left.
That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on 3rd down, they were just up and down the field.
You gotta punt this, right? You can't give them an easy field goal. Why am I even thinking about it?
Was dialing up, was working, lighting up the scoreboard, and then all of a sudden,
everybody would yell into the TV, right? Like, Ryan, are you really thinking about this?
Earlier in the game.
No.
Catch is signaled for and made. They'll mark it at the 12, and they'll start in a bit of a hole. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line.
I dare you to throw, Mendoza.
Using his legs, it's Temby.
That's what I thought. Even though if he breaks our tackle, that's a touchdown. That's the end of the half, though. I don't think they'll run another play.
Run the ball like that every play.
Hold on.
I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single
solid first half. We had some struggles. We bounced back, though. I'll see you in the second half.
The second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Gentlemen, the old oaken bucket is on the line, and already the Hoosiers and Boilermakers have given us some impressive moments. And these two defensive game plans have been shredded a long time ago. Feels like it's just hang on and hope for a tip or overthrow or maybe a fumble from these QBs. Elite passers and dynamic rushers. Used to be you had to stop one or the other. Here in this second half, the challenge will again be twofold. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the fight between Purdue and Indiana plays out.
We get the ball. This is huge. You know, our passing game was great. Their passing game was great. None of us could run. We had 3 rushing yards. They had 17.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you
think they're going to expect a run. I mean,
and it's been a
we haven't
game.
ran at all.
It's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's
one block away from the first down there.
Shots, try to make some plays and really go for them.
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches.
RB was open. I tried. I should have threw it to the running back a little bit sooner, though.
We're just going to do it better, but then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to
find out. Let's go empty quads. Let's go slot drive. I'm looking at Jackson here.
Make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass.
Wait, Wise wide open.
Pulls it in.
Let's go. McCoby.
Out to the 43-yard line.
What a route.
Pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move.
I'm looking at Jackson here. We'll see. Nope, why? What a catch. Not a great throw, I'll tell you that. That throw was almost thrown over his head. He's wide open.
And a sweet toe tap to stay in bounds there.
How about the sweet feet? I mean, it's so hard to know where you're at on the sidelines and have good body control.
To be honest, I don't know if I was throwing that to McCoby or X. I don't know which button I hit. It looked like it could have been either one. You're like, Ryan, that does not surprise me at all. Yeah, I don't know which one I hit. This is one of them.
An idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why
I tell you, he is unreal. All year, nobody has been able to stop him, minus Michigan. We don't talk about Michigan.
So there you see the receiver using his speed, working his way across the
field.
field.
That was another level of football that we have not seen this year.
Turns it upfield for the first.
The offense down to the 22 on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They'll give him maybe one on the play. It's down to the 20.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Working the middle
Beautiful.
Of the field,
I think we've got to run this. When I say run it,
after that completion.
The QB sneak.
You get the completion, and now you set up a manageable 3rd down situation in the red zone. This is a huge down in distance.
I still think we can get it.
He'll keep it on the sneak.
Good job. Inside cross, I love it.
The
I'm looking at the
Boilermakers
running
had
back
tough
here for a
field position
touchdown.
to start this
Actually,
drive, but they've been
maybe Jackson.
relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field.
Got to be McCoby. Fight.
He's got it and still on his feet.
Good try.
He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
Listen, running backs are not just
Very
running backs
tempted to
anymore.
run
You're going
this.
to be a wide receiver
I know
in
you
today's
all are
football.
like,
And
what?
a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Yeah.
And
Worth a
he
shot.
is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3.
You know, I am going
You
quads
just
here,
need
as
more
crazy
from your
as that
offensive line.
sounds.
Second and short like that,
I
you'd
am
love
going
to be able to
quads.
fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration.
And
They were
I
able
am
to get
looking
a
at the
stop,
slot
and now
pivot,
you
and
set
I'm
up
looking at
third
A
down,
here on
and
the
this
out, the
offensive
quick
line's gonna
out.
have to play a
And
lot
I
better
think
here.
what I'm going to do with Jackson
Boy,
is
they
sit him
love to move
just
the sticks
barely
here and take a
underneath
shot at
there.
it on 1st and goal. He's
Easy.
gonna look for
McCoby.
man on 3rd and short.
He dropped it.
It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down.
It wants us to go
I
for
love the
this,
coverage
and
on
I
defense. In the
100%
red zone,
agree.
Everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback,
And
they're
I'm
flying
looking
to
at
the
that same
football, and you
play
saw that
because
there on the
I believe
incompletion.
that play is going to
Go
work.
for it on 4th down, and remember, from this spot, they can get a 1st down without scoring a touchdown.
Jackson, he does it again. He doesn't drop.
They take the lead with
He
the
drops
6.
the easy ones sometimes, not the hard ones. Wow, he's amazing. And he's fired up right now too, which helps as well. He's so good. I mean, imagine if he would have started in week 2 or 3 dominating. He could have won Heisman with the numbers he's put up this year. He really could have. Insane.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead.
Absolutely insane. And
And with the extra point, the
he
score
is
down
carrying us
21-14.
right now. Like, we cannot
Precise, relentless execution
lie,
on that
right? We can't lie.
13-play scoring drive.
It's all him.
And they
I mean,
finish
the
it up
quarterback
with
is
a
playing
3-yard
good, but
scoring
Jackson is making tough
They're
catch
set
after
to kick
tough
it off
catch
because
after
this
tough
crowd's gonna
catch.
get loud when their defense comes on the field.
Like, I have the confidence to throw it to him no matter what
And
right
it'll
now.
be a touchback.
Now, his
The
wear
ball
and
will
tear
come
is
out
going to
to
be
the
concerning,
25-yard
right?
line.
It's definitely
The
true.
drive starts from their own 25-yard
It's tough, though.
line.
But we got to stop him, right?
He'll pull it on
Good
the
hit, Nunnally.
They'll knock him down
Good
for a
outside
loss of
contain.
a
He read
couple.
that just beautifully.
I gotta be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps
Fans
down
are
on this
helping
one.
us
They're
on
just playing with
defense.
a ton of
I'll tell you
intensity.
that.
Just
Yes,
short
what a
pass to the
hit.
tight end. And a good job in
Got to
coverage
play
there.
tough.
They
Listen,
stop it after
if you
just
want
a
to
few.
win, you got to play tough,
They're
especially
gonna
against a
keep
tough
this
team
drive
like
going. You'll
Indiana.
have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. They go to the ground.
Honestly, that's a pretty good play, pretty good time for a draw there, because I was not ready to stop the
And I
run.
think this
So,
has probably been the most
and I was the
surprising
linebacker.
thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they've
I
been
should
able
never
to
return
shut this
that.
guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the
everybody
second
out
half.
there, you all were shaking your head like, are you kidding me, Ryan? Are you really about to return that? No.
So the first play of the drive, starting here from the 45. That last drive, an absolute.
I had a
aerial
feeling.
assault for the
I had a
touchdown,
feeling.
It was a nice job
We've
of
read
play
it
calling,
3
too.
times
Just
this
gave
game,
the quarterback some
and they've
easy
all been
looks
for
and
nothing.
reads so he could go out
So
and
they're
execute.
not worried
And
at
he
all.
knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball
Now I'm
was
going to
coming
start
out
to
of his
run
hands.
things that I haven't
Defense
ran a
better
lot
do
this
something
game because I'm trying to catch
They'll
them off
pull it to the
guard.
back on the screen.
I was trying to cut back so 57 could get there.
Gets it past
So
the
yeah,
first
I'm going to
down
start
line.
running plays that we haven't ran all
Nice job to
game.
Set up that screen and move the sticks. And the Boilermakers have pushed it inside the 20.
Let's watch the out route here.
From the red zone,
Nope,
he's going to
nope,
throw it.
nobody.
Makes the grab outside. It's McCoby.
Don't know why I threw it
And
over
he'll be
there.
run
I
out
just
of
kind of
bounds
panicked.
Behind the line of scrimmage, not a very productive play
I
there.
just kind of panicked a little bit.
The
Everything's fine.
Boilermakers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down.
We got Jackson.
To the air on 2nd down.
We got Jackson. We got Jackson. Ryan Brown making the throw on the run. 9 catches, 106 yards. Bruce Schroeder, our left guard, he's fine.
How accurate he can be when he's on the run, and he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking
Boiler
to take
up,
off
right?
himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get the first.
Into the quarter, right? Let's let the time run out. I tell you, that is the throw of the year right there. When you have a receiver like Jackson, it changes everything. It truly does.
And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look
But
at
we're
the
also doing a good
national
job of
rankings.
playing to our team's strengths. We don't have a lot of strengths in our offense, right? Our strengths are passing, short route running, and that's about it. You know, we have to get it off
Here
throws
comes the
fast.
fourth.
Anything
Time to
deep
see
down
who
the
steps
field, we
up,
can't really do
who
this year.
makes the winning
We can't
plays
run it.
to take
We don't
home
have
that
good enough
W.
run blocking for it. So we're literally playing for our strengths. It's the scheme that's worked. It's not the most exciting scheme, right? But I don't know, winning is exciting.
Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line.
Slant. They're double teaming Jackson, I believe, though.
Lost to throw
It doesn't
again.
matter. Good luck.
Touchdown!
The best route runner in college football this year.
A short pass to
Hit
put
him with the
Sixers
gritty.
on the board.
You can't
And
guard
that
him.
was a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a
Can't.
2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up. But getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
There has been one team to shut him down. It was Michigan. The only other team who shut him down was USC because they hurt him,
And
right?
he'll just take a knee, and this
I think it was
drive will
USC
start
he got
at
hurt on.
25.
I can't remember.
Indiana
Wow,
has the
he's
ball
good.
back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. A rather unproductive series.
Jackson
last time,
is
3 and out.
breaking
They'll try to do
records
better
for this
time
Purdue
around.
team. I don't know their
Stop
records
and
for
roll
receivers
almost immediately.
in the
Short
history,
gain
but
there,
he
still
has
a
to be
little ground
close. I
cover to pick
mean,
up the first. Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on second down. Looking for space. It's Hemby.
if I'm Ryan Brown in real life, I don't know if Michael
Finds enough
Jackson
room to
is
get
that good in
3
real
out to
life.
the 34.
But if he is, I'm giving him the
Man down
football
on the plays,
90% of the
officials
time.
Take a break to let him be checked out. And the Hoosiers come
Just
to
like
the
I've
line
done
on
in this
3rd
game,
and
right?
short, trying to keep the drive alive.
It's not complicated.
To throw,
You
it's
give him the
Mendoza.
football.
Now improvise.
What a read.
Across the 45.
You know, I didn't run a spy there because I thought they were going to run. So, yeah, I didn't run a spy, and he took advantage of it.
Back in this football game, they're trailing. They're trying to make plays. I like the decision making of the young man. Though, don't force the football. We already got to make big plays. The defense knows it too.
Pick
nice
that.
job pulling it down.
Okay, number 3 was, I guess you can
block.
block. Yeah, elbow
What a hit by the
bursitis.
defender. That's a good throw, and that
Give
was
him a
going
break.
to be
73
caught, but how about the defender
versus 76 overall. Not a big
dislodging
change
the
there.
football from its intended target. Nice job.
Working well behind the sticks on second down.
You would play with elbow bursitis in real life, though. Good hit.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
I mean, it depends on how bad the bursitis is, right? If your elbow just swells up immediately where you can't bend it, well, you're not going to be able to play.
him in that situation when he's got 2 guys on him.
You know, their quarterback is so good at everything. I'm going to run a spy here and try to throw him off.
From the gun, wants to pass.
Their quarterback is so good at everything, right?
Fires to the tight end. Stop right
He is.
at the 42-yard
What a play.
line as this defense
Yeah, you better
forces a
believe they're
fourth
going for
down.
it.
Well, and
They
here's
got to
the
ask the
problem
question,
offensively,
do
because
they
you're
want to
trailing
win or
by
do they
so
want to
much
lose? You
so late in the
guarantee
game,
they're
the
looking
defense
for
now
a
is gonna
run
be
with the
playing
quarterback,
big
and I am
zone
watching
coverages,
him.
and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now.
He got
for this
hit.
offense to
Come
claw their way
on!
back in this one.
Defensive line! Seabrooks! That's what we do!
Turnover on downs.
Way to hit him! Put the hurting on him!
Give to the
Listen,
back.
our team is back
He is
with a
going
vengeance. They
nowhere.
beat this team
Stop at the line of
66 to
scrimmage.
nothing in real life last
That's
year.
such a nice start to this drive,
Now,
too,
without
because you got
Jackson
the
this
lead
game,
late and you
would we
wanna
have
run the
won?
football, you want to be physically
Well,
dominant. Defense knows you're going to do it, and
it's
still,
not
on
over
the
yet.
very
We
first
haven't
play
won
of the
nothing,
drive,
but
you're able to
no.
rip off a long run like that. Great
No, we would
vision
not.
there, and a nice job up front with the surge by the O-line.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
Way to fight.
And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles
That's
him to the
one of
ground.
our best runs of the year.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but
I know what I'm doing.
Just stay physical.
Slot
You run the
drive.
football,
Slot
you
pivot.
preserve the lead. You got
I'm
great
looking
field
at
position.
Thomas
You're in a
or
great
Jackson.
position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Wide open.
They're going to go to the air on 30.
Good luck.
Back open
Good
and
luck.
Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll
Okay.
be a first down. Boy, the defense
Run it.
really needed
And
to
chew
get
clock.
off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that
Come on.
hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first
You
down.
know,
You don't have
what
many
was
left.
so
You
important
better
about
get
this
aggressive.
game is I
gonna be tough
recognized my
sledding for the
mistakes. A
offense here.
terrible
They're trying
first
to ice
drive, right?
this
I had
game
a
by
couple
running the
bad drives
football
this
and
game,
leading
but
the
at the end of
clock.
the
They've got
day,
a pretty good lead
I
here late in the
grinded
game,
and
but
I
the defense
fought
knows
to
the
get back
run's
into
coming,
it.
right? So
I
they're gonna be
recognized the
loading
mistakes
line
and
of
try to get
scrimmage,
better.
getting
I
stops
never
like
claimed to
what
be the
they
best
just
player,
did.
ever.
Be interesting to see what the offense does
And the
on this
best
next
coach
drive.
ever. Definitely
And
not.
he was fortunate enough
But I
to
try my
lose
best
yardage
every
on that
single
play,
time,
able to
and I think
wedge it
that's all you
back
can
to the
do.
line of scrimmage.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
Okay, so
About
I'm
all you
looking
can say
at
is do better. But that's
I'm
the
looking at
problem.
slot
Are they
pivot,
able
but
to
I'm
do
not
better?
looking at the
And
running
that's why
back
you
route.
keep
I'm
trying
looking at
things,
Jackson
right?
here.
Keep trying to get on the
Now,
perimeter,
if they're
run
in a
uphill,
cover
try
four,
different things
this is
to
gonna
see what
work.
you do well.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down.
Yeah. I mean, a terrible
Nice
throw.
coverage and an
It's a
incomplete
good thing
pass,
he
and he
beamed that
knocks
in
it
there
away
because
and
that would have been an
forces a fourth
interception
down.
for a touchdown.
It's so nice when you know it's third and
If
long,
I
you know
lob,
a
I don't
pass
know
is
why I would
coming,
lob it, but
you
if I
worked on it
don't
all
beam
week,
that in
get your feet
the
set,
red,
the sticks, understand
that's
that
picked
quarterback's
off.
gotta be rushed, get him off of
red
his spot.
thrown
Nice
balls,
execution by
like
this
when you hit the
defense.
max power, they're not only harder for your team to catch, they're also harder for the other team to catch, thankfully. That's why a lot of times you'll see me throw them in
Not
like
gonna take a
contested
chance to
catches
grab
like
that
that
one as it
because
bounces out
I
of
know it's
bounds.
harder for them to pick it, right? I know it's harder for my team
Indiana
to
sends
catch
the
it, but
offense onto the
you know,
field.
it's worth the risk,
There
right?
have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
That's a great
And I think
punt.
for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently,
I mean, that looked like a busted play. I do not know why they were running a play action
The Hoosiers want to pick up the tempo.
on that point. It looked like an
Nice
RPO,
job by
actually.
this
It
defense,
looked like a
pinning their ears
busted
back, getting to
RPO.
the quarterback, creating the sack. But look at this offense.
Indiana,
They're
were
right back on the
unstoppable
ball,
in the
ready to
first
snap
half.
it again.
They look like a different team in the second half. But you also could argue our defense looks like a different team in the second half. Same thing with our offense, right? But this Indiana team, they looked amazing in the first half.
Scanning the field, it's Mendoza. Here's a heat.
But-
Buys a little time.
I mean, good luck.
One deep down the left side.
Wait.
Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that.
Nice job by this
That is
defense.
the
That might
luckiest
be the
play.
exclamation point.
That is when you're just like, all right, yeah.
Win on the nickel defense. You
Yeah,
know you're passing the football for
we
plays
take
just
those.
like that to make the INT.
After
almost
that
put
pick
this one
six
away.
last week and the multiple pick sixes this year of tip balls, I will take that any day of the week, right? That is so lucky. That was a terribly thrown football. Like, one of the worst throws we've seen all year. I don't know, you've seen some pretty bad throws from me, but that quarterback wanted that ball intercepted. Literally just tossed it up in the air.
Heads back out to the field.
Yeah,
After
right.
a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time. Turning
Why
it
did I
on.
throw it?
He
Well,
gets
I got a
all the way
question
down
for
the
you.
5-yard
Do you want to win or
line.
do you want to
A
lose?
terrific catch and run before he stopped.
You
Defense
know,
uses the
I
timeout
hope we
quickly,
move up
trying
in
to
the
get
college
that
football
ball back and
rankings
preserve
because when
time
we
for their
play at
offense.
home, we are a different team. When we play on the road, well, we're a different team. Not in a good way. We need our home fans. You all
Boilermakers
see
have it
the
in
difference
scoring
in what it
position on
makes.
first
You've
and
seen it
goal.
this year. Home and away games. It is insane the difference. And
They'll
this
try
is
to
one of
get
those
it in with
games
the
where
run.
Indiana gave up at the end. They truly gave up. Like,
Purdue.
their offense in the second half did not look like the same offense. And we look like a different offense in a good way.
Wonderful job by this offense putting up points. They're doing everything.
You
they
know,
wanted
that's
to do
probably
in this
why
spot.
Indiana is 7-4. That's why they're 4-4 in the conference. Maybe they can't close games this year. I don't know.
On the defensive side, man, they're flying around.
On to attempt the try.
I feel like they changed their play calls. Now, I did start getting a little more aggressive in the second half, right, defensively, and I started mixing up coverages a little bit more. So you can also probably attribute some of that to that, but also I feel like their play calling just was not near as good. Like, and the quarterback just was flustered, right? He was taking shots and he just couldn't do it. And it helps that our offense started playing better. We got momentum back, right? And that changed everything. Home foot advantage, baby. Come on. You know, the score, it looks like this wasn't a close game. It really was. You know, I have a lot of respect for Indiana. Like, they're a good team, a really good team depth chart-wise. They played great last year in 2024 in real life, made the playoffs. Like, they are a very good team. They have a lot of talent. They had a good first half, and then they gave up.
Certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here.
It's like they're like, the season's over. We're not going to make the playoffs. 2 quarters left. I can't handle it anymore. But, I mean, can't you all agree it was a different team? Like, it looked like we played a different team in the second half. I don't know. I don't know what it was. It truly did, though. Maybe I just did a better job calling plays. And that's probably a lot of it, right?
Got it in the middle, it's Emby.
And we executed a lot better, and our fans were fired up there for a while. They're tired now, right? The fans are asleep. You all know this means we are going to the college football playoffs. We are going to the playoffs. It was looking like this was going to be a game that was going to be 35-35, and our defense stepped it up. It's what they've done all year, though. Did they call pass interference? Holding. I think. Poor Indiana right now. You know, they put up 66 points on Purdue the year before. Like, you know, could you start, like, running the ball? Would you go up 40 points? You know, like, do you really have to score 66 points? You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand it's a rivalry game, but, like, that's enough to make you pretty upset, right? Like, 66 points is pushing it. You know, you probably, after you get up 35-40, maybe start running the football a little bit, right? You know, just saying. So Indiana had it coming. Our team played mad in the second half.
The Hoosiers are way behind the sticks on this third.
I tell you, a big part is Jackson. Jackson was making every catch today. He's done it all year. Contested catches has been his strong point. But, like, he's a difference maker on this team. He is the difference maker. He's insane.
Never built the momentum.
He's a senior, too. What are we going to do next year?
A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room.
That's a pick. I mean, Mendoza in the second half said, you know what? I'm out. I mean, he's taking shots, right? Give credit to our defensive line. You can't just say Mendoza's playing bad, right? Our defensive line dominated this second half.
Take away all the deep stuff, make them force the football into coverage.
Like, you have to give credit when credit is due. And our team's game plan in the second half has been really good. And it's just what happens when you realize your mistakes in the first half. We move forward. That's all you can do.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their.
Yeah, what a special game. What a special year. I tell you, playing at home, this is a home season for Purdue. A lot of home games, very favorable matchups. And we won on the road as well. We lost one at home, lost one on the road, then we won the rest at home and on the road. We did it. We did it. 10-2, likely going to the college football playoffs. We'll see on the weekly advance, but perfect game, perfect second half. I want to say it's a perfect first half, perfect second half. That's how you change your game plan to get the job done. How bad do you want it? Our team wanted it more today. Come on. That's incredible.
Thanks
the old Oaken Bucket.
Time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
You know, Ryan Brown proved he is our starting quarterback. I mean, 332, 4 touchdowns. Yes, he made some mistakes, right? You're going to, but we stuck to the game plan. That is the only game plan that fits our play style this year, and luckily we can execute it because we have Jackson the third and so many good short route runners. Game-changing team right here. You know, we can't do much like big plays. We've had a couple this year, right? But we're executing the plays and the schemes that we need to get the job done. Smart football will win if you stick to your system. Now, that doesn't mean you're not going to make mistakes. I made plenty of mistakes this year, right? It's simple as that. But defense is the reason. Like, you can talk about our offense all you want to. They've been good, right? But our defense recently, you think about the big upsets we had. Our defense won those games for us. They did. Our difference maker has been our defense, and that's something that I'm trying to get better at. Playing defense. I'm always trying to get better at playing defense. You know, when I'm playing my dynasties outside the series, I'm really trying to do better. And I feel like these last 4 games defensively have been just perfection. And it's hard to say last week against Washington allowing 31 points perfection, but we did make some pretty good plays that game. But this was incredible. Indiana completely deflated the second half. I mean, our defense held them scoreless. It was looking like we couldn't stop them in the first half. Like, it truly was. Like, their quarterback was like 11 for 10 at one point, I felt like. And we went out in the second half and dominated. 7 in the third and 14 in the fourth. That was a different team we just faced off in the first and second half. But hey, you love to see it. Home field advantage in full force, everybody. 363 offense versus their 216. And most of those yards for them were in the first half. They threw 2 interceptions. Their quarterback just started throwing it up in the air. And he was looking unstoppable. He might have had wear and tear, right? I don't know. We don't know what his wear and tear levels have been this year. He took a lot of shots, though. But look at Ryan Brown. Yes, he threw that pick. It happens, but look at that. 28 for 36, 3 touchdowns. Way to play. And rushing nothing, right? We don't really run, right? We don't run. Our offense, our throws are similar to runs, right? A lot of our short throws, right? It's what we do. Jackson won that game for us. 10 for 109, 2 touchdowns. Think back to all the contested catches he had. I want to say 5 of those were contested first downs. McCoby had a great game. Magwood, Walker, like so much talent on this team, but the star of the show is right here. This is the star of the show. We put pressure on them. We hit them almost every single play. 2 interceptions. I seriously think one of our defensive linemen hit them every single play. It was insane. That was our best pass rush of the year. And I know we only had 3 sacks. I say only. That's still a good game. But like, it was pressure every single play. I'm going to pause the video, take a look at a couple screenshots here and highlights. And we'll take a look at the road ahead, see if we made the playoffs, right? We'll have recruiting, the final recruiting weeks. And yeah, exciting things coming up. You know, Indiana can learn a valuable lesson that game. You got to play 4 quarters. You've got to play 4 quarters. You know, we made that mistake. USC was one of those where we had a pretty good first half. Second half, we looked like a different team. And USC just ran away with that game, right? That was our kind of tipping point there that really caused us to focus up for all 4 quarters. I mean, you should be focused up anyways, but, you know, I have a tendency to get distracted sometimes, and yeah, it happens. It's unfortunate for the team when it's you, right? But when it's the other team, you kind of like it, right? I'll celebrate it. 10-2, 7-2 in the conference. What a year. I mean, the ultimate test. You know, in college football 25, we started on All-American. I wasn't ready for that significant Heisman challenge yet in that game. This year, we started on Heisman here, and what an intense year. Like, insane. We had a lot of blowout wins in college football 25 first year, and, you know, not all of them, but we had quite a few of them, that games that really, you know, probably shouldn't have been that way, but hey, we'll take it. We still count that national championship we had that first year in college football 25. But this one, hard-earned here on Heisman. I mean, it has been a fight and a grind. Our defense has played amazing. and our offense has fought. And we don't have a lot of big play offensive power. And we can't run the ball, right? We just don't have the offensive line to run the ball. We just can't do it. But we can stick to our scheme. It works. And nothing fancy. Sometimes you don't need to be fancy. Just stick to your personnel and your scheme. Run the plays and routes that work. Get the job done. That's been the story this year, and we've done it. We've done it to perfection, and I'm so proud of this team. But, like, thinking back to this year, the accomplishment we've had with this team on Heisman to do this is insane. It is taken full focus, though. Like, it's stressful every single game. Think back, we could have lost 6. Like, seriously, think about the close games we won. So close. We won a game by an inch and a half, right? Like, that's insane. This has been pure cinema. It's been an amazing year, but we also have to realize, yes, we won the close games, but we could have very easily lost them. So I'm glad we won them this year. It doesn't always go your way, though. And, you know, going forward, it's going to be tough to outdo this year. Keep in mind, we're going to lose our superstars this year. We're going to lose Jackson. We're going to lose a lot of players to the transfer. We're going to lose our kicker, who's amazing. And it's going to be interesting. But let's see if we can close out this year. If we don't get a playoff berth, we have to. If we get robbed of the playoff, I would be so upset. Before we do the weekly advance and see where we are, we got to do the recruiting, right? Got to do the recruiting for the week and then see where we are. We don't have much recruiting to do, so Zach Traylor, we've almost locked in. George Orgy, we've almost locked in. Rashad Smith, LSU is coming after him, but he has a visit scheduled in week 14, and we are hard selling, so we can't win the hard sell against LSU, I can tell you that. Maybe he'll have a really good visit. Look at this, Robert decided he wants to be a Boilermaker. Let's go. Welcome on in, Robert. And yeah, we got John Steven next, Penn State. Wait, they offered him. When did they offer him? Was he offered last week? I think he was. We have a visit scheduled. Wait, he was here in Indiana. These visits are happening this week. We may lock him in because of these visits. If we win that battle over Penn State and LSU, it would be absolutely electric, right? Alexander Lee, Kevin Lorello, the kicker, and we need him because Spencer's leaving, most likely, and we've lost this battle. I know he had the visit, but we probably lost it. And yeah, look at this. This is one we just added to the list, a wide receiver, and yeah, dominating there. And this is another one, Trent Crouch, that we just added 5 in. We're going to go ahead and max out those hours. Good recruiting class, but you know, it helps when you're playing good football and winning, right? It's going to help you with recruiting every single time. So we have 10 hours to use here. I guess we can just add, nobody has offers here, right? Why not put in an offer? We need receivers. We need route runners, and we're going to have transfers. So why not just offer and search social media, right? It can't hurt. So there you go. Not a lot of recruiting this week, right? We already have a 15 recruiting class, basically 14, but you know, that 15 we just added there. It is time to see, where are we ranked? We should be 5, like no doubt about it. You all saw the top 25 at the beginning of today's episode. We should be 25. And if we should 25. We should be 5. If we're not, we're going to be very upset. Because a home field advantage is key for us. Like, it's key. If we don't get home field advantage, we are in trouble. Home field advantage, I believe we can beat anybody. We can. Look who we beat this year. Look, Zach Traylor, let's go. Who else? Yes, George Orgy. Who else? Rashad Smith. We got him. He's from Louisiana. He chose Purdue over LSU. And John Steven. Wait, that's the one who wanted to go to Penn State. We won. They loved it. They went to the game against Indiana, and they're like, are you kidding me? You all are the best team in the nation. They don't know about the transfers yet, right? They haven't seen what we see on this page every week. They haven't seen how much we're losing, right? It's all right. We don't have to tell them that. They've already committed and signed the contract. There's no way out. Okay, time for the recruiting here in week 15. We've already locked everybody in, right? So the rest of our recruiting is going to be in the transfer portal. So, yeah, that we lost that battle, right? The visit went well, but we've still lost against WKU, and we don't have a good hard sell. That's the problem there, right? That's the issue. They're hard selling. Actually, we have to have a better hard sell than WKU. Yeah, we have to have a better hard sell than WKU, right? Maybe not playing style, though. I don't know. I'm going to try it. It's worth a shot. We're losing anyways. The visit went well. Yeah, all these are going good. Nothing to change there. We can add more hours here. Look at us, number 1. Nobody else is going after him. Go ahead and send the house. And, you know, this is where we can start trying to find some sleepers, but do we really need to? Wait, we got to see the... You're like, Ryan, what are you doing? I went down into the recruiting. You're like, Ryan, what about the playoffs? Well... Playoffs are not fully set yet, but let's take a look. Number 10. You gotta be kidding me. How are we only number 10? SMU, Duke, Texas Tech. You're telling me they had a tougher schedule than us? No. No. We're getting robbed. Notre Dame moved into the 11th spot. There's no way. No way. We're getting robbed. Oregon should not be in 5. We've had just as tough of a schedule, if not harder. I completely disagree with that. Right now, who would we be playing? We'd be playing Duke, and in Duke, right? Any away game here is going to be insane, right? It's just as simple as that. I do not agree with those whatsoever, but, you know, we're not on the college football playoff committee. I don't know. We haven't earned their respect this year. I don't know what else we have to do, but okay. That's way too many receivers if I go after another one, right? That's getting a little bit too carried away. Now, I don't think we really need to go after anything else, do we? A strong safety and cornerback. Oh, so there's that. So let's go to cornerback first. I doubt there's going to be anybody, though. Okay, we have a few. Go after a couple. And then a strong safety. I think we've already recruited outside linebackers. There's one. And then outside linebacker. We have a couple. Okay, so... All right, we might be able to get a couple here. We might be able to sneak in a couple late recruits, everybody. Yeah, I say we try to. Well, let's do, can we do 25? I don't think we can do 25 for each, but let's do 25 for the first 2 cornerbacks, and then 25. Oh, we can do 25 for all. Perfect. I tell you, that visit with Indiana could not have gone better. Like, we locked in those recruits because of that. Against Penn State, against LSU. That environment, the Purdue Boilermakers fan base got them all fired up. We got a good recruiting class. And we're a motivator, right? As we keep improving as a motivator, we're going to improve our players in the offseason even more. So let's go ahead and advance the week. I hope the rankings change, right? They have to. There is no shot you could ever say that this team deserves a 10 seed. There's no world in which that should be the case. Lorello, let's go. Got another one, and we're 3rd there for one of the cornerbacks. I hate seeing that transfer page, right? That's off-season is going to be tough. Managed staff, did we lose anybody? We can extend coaches. They're all motivators. It seems crazy to fire your coaches, right? But, I don't know. Is it? None of them are master motivators, right? And it's going to be a while to get to master motivator. I am really thinking about actually going after coaches that are we've had a great year. I'm really thinking about going after coaches, everybody, that I don't know. Do we fire our coaches? That's a good question. That is a good question. I don't know the answer, but let's see the college football rankings and the conference championships. So, all right, let's see where we are here. Number 10. That is absolutely insane. So this isn't fully locked in yet, but right now we'd be playing away against Duke. I do not agree with that whatsoever. That is absolutely insane that you're telling me that Texas Tech, SMU, Duke had tougher schedules than us. Alabama, 100%. Their schedule was insane. But, like, no. Oregon with 3 losses with a similar schedule. We should be 5. Just think about the teams we beat. I know you could argue we had some games that were close that probably shouldn't have been too close, right? I get that. I do. But we can't be too upset. At least we made the postseason, right? That's incredible. We made the postseason. Let's see who plays, though, in the conference championships. Let's see what we got here. Okay, so UTSA against Tulane in the AAC championship. ACC, Duke against Miami. Big 12, Baylor versus Texas Tech. Big 10, Michigan versus Penn State. Conference USA, Sam Houston versus Liberty. MAC Championship, Toledo versus Buffalo. Mountain West, Boise State against San Diego State. SEC Championship, Georgia versus Alabama. And then Georgia Southern versus Southern Mississippi in the Sun Belt. What's your predictions for the Big 10, everybody? I mean, I played against that Michigan team this year, and you all saw that game. I don't think anybody can beat them, but if there's a team to beat them, it's 12-0 Penn State, the perfect year. Miami is the other team who went undefeated as well. They're going to beat Duke by probably 60. Not 60, right? Duke has had a good year, but I mean, yeah, I do not think that Miami is going to lose that game. Now, remember, the conference championships, if you watch the Road to Glory series on the channel, you've seen that conference championships really matter for the rankings. So who knows? In real life, they're not supposed to, right? They're not supposed to matter very much for the rankings. You're not supposed to be penalized for making the conference championship and losing, but we found in the Road to Glory that, well, that's not necessarily the case. The question is, do we fire our coordinators? Don't get me wrong. This does not fire them this year. I do want to point that out. It does not fire them this year. It fires them for, they still finish out this year. They do. But it fires them for the next year, right? But, you know, they're not master motivators, and that's my worry. I guess we can see their coaching tree and see what they're focusing on. Okay, that's gonna help. Oh, that's us. Yeah, I think I was on us. Oh, that's gonna help big time. Okay. At least one of them will. And that's gonna help big time on the defensive side. You know, we could find a coach that has master motivator, and they might have more, but it's a risk, right? You fire your coaches, you don't find any good coaches. I don't think we have to make the decision this week. I think we could fire them still next week, but I could be wrong. If you can't, it's fine. It's not a big deal. But we'll go ahead and send them to the next week, right? What a year. We did it. We actually made the playoffs. We did the impossible this year. This is a season we're never going to forget. So many close games. It's been a stressful year, like extremely stressful. So stressful. I think we can all agree on that. There's been so many great games, but it has been very stressful. Cade Klubnik wins the Heisman, 30 touchdowns, close to 4,000 yards. What a year there for the Clemson quarterback. Congrats on the Heisman. And look at this. Oh, boy. Purdue versus Texas Tech. Big 10 versus the Big 12. We are in the 2025 college football playoff. I can't believe it. I can't. I just truly can't believe it. We are here in the playoffs. Let's see what job offers we got just to see it. I'm not going anywhere, right? But okay, so Marshall, Maryland, Nebraska. Nebraska, that's a good team right there. 84 overall. And a head coach. We're not even on the top 3 though, so we probably wouldn't get it. Not great job offers for leading a team who was last place in the Big 10 to a 10-2 year, right? Like, come on. Like, the year we've had, you better believe we'd have a lot more. But we got to take a look at the bracket, right? That's the big thing to take a look at right now. We know we play Texas Tech, and it is an away game, right? Yeah, it is an away game. So here is the college football playoff bracket. This is final. Miami, Penn State, Michigan, Alabama getting first round buys, the top 4 teams in the college football playoff top 25 rankings. Your conference winners were Alabama, Miami, Penn State, Texas Tech and UTSA was the 5th conference winner. Notre Dame did make the college football playoff. They rallied after losing to us earlier in the season, rallied back to get that at number 11 spot. So right now, UTSA versus Oregon, Purdue versus Texas Tech, an away game. That's going to be so tough. Notre Dame against SMU and Duke against Georgia. Oh, Duke. Poor Duke. I am so glad that we moved into 9 instead of 10. Could you imagine going into Georgia first round? We got saved. We're on the opposite side of Georgia. Now, if we win, we've got to play undefeated Miami. That's going to be insane. But we almost had to play Georgia. It is a good thing we moved to 9. I think we should be 5, but I'm glad we're not, because I hate playing against Alabama. I think I'd rather play Miami, even though both those teams are amazing. Yeah, I think we got a pretty good bracket. Texas Tech, good matchup. And we'll have to go through the best, to make it. Look at Michigan there, number 3. Good thing we're away from them. I don't want to see them for a long time. I never want to go back to Michigan ever again. That place was terrifying, I tell you. The big house is terrifying. I don't know how you could play there in real life. I don't know how you could do it. I could barely do it in a video game. So there's that. We already saw the Heisman winner. Let's take a look at the season stats here for the team. No, this video gets long here, but here we go. Ryan Brown, what a year. Almost 3,000 yards, 20 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. That's amazing for me. Listen, if I throw less than an interception a game, that's incredible. I usually throw the same amount of touchdowns as interceptions. That is a great season for me at quarterback, so I will take that. And Ryan Brown had a great year. Rushing? Yeah, we don't talk about rushing here. We don't run. But you know why running backs love us? Because of this. McCoby is our 2nd best receiver, running back. And Thomas is up there as well, number 6. But Jackson, are you kidding me? Just think about if he got involved in the first 4 or so weeks. We didn't really get locked in with Jackson till later. But once he locked it in, he was unstoppable. He was unguardable. Like, he was so good at contested catches. And Magwood there, Walker, tight end, had a great year. Just a great year passing. Now, we didn't have any massive big plays, right? Just a lot of short plays and smart football. And what about sacks? Who led the team in sacks here? Lindsey, Madden, Nunnally, and Dinkins. Lindsey had a great year, defensive tackle. Both of our defensive tackles did. And kicking. What about our kicker? 9 for 12, 75%. You know, that's a pretty good year, right? Extra point percent 100. Love to see that. But yeah, he's a great kicker. He's leaving us. He said he does not want to play for this team ever again. Because he can't go pro. I don't know. We made the playoffs and he's leaving us, everybody. Heartbreaking. I don't think Spencer would do that in real life. I guarantee it. You have a year like this, you're staying here probably for life, right? I don't know, though. We're losing a lot of talent next year. Yes, we have a good recruiting class, but we're losing a lot. Now, did we have any teams in the, awards? Did Jackson get an award? Any players here in the awards? So, Clade Klubnik there, quarterback. Clade Klubnik again. I keep saying his name wrong. Head coach. How are we not on this list? You have to be kidding me. We had the turnaround of the year. Do we have any Purdue? We gotta have one. They hate us, I tell you. The top 25 didn't like us really all year. And we're not even on the list anywhere, everybody. Like, come on. We fought this year. We had a good year. Nothing to show for it, everybody. Nobody in the top 10 of the awards. That's absolutely insane. Any All-Americans? National first team? No. National second team? No. Freshman? We had one. TJ Lindsey's a freshman, a redshirted freshman. Please hope he doesn't transfer. If he transfers, I'm going to be heartbroken. What about Big Ten? Anybody in the first team? No. Anybody in the second team? Dude, who Who decides this? Who made this up? I want to talk to him right now. TJ Lindsay is the only player to get any type of recognition for our team. I want to have a long talk with the selection committee for All-Americans and the awards. I think we all do, right? I mean, are you kidding me? That is absolutely insane. Penn State, we already saw, won the Big Ten there. Wait, was that what we saw? Yeah, I think I said Penn State was a conference winner. That is right? Yeah, Miami, Penn State, Alabama, Texas Tech, and UTSA are the 5th highest ranked conference winners. But yeah, what a year. I'm shocked, everybody. I can't believe it. Another thing we have to look at here before we close out, we can see the development traits for our signed recruits. So at the bottom, you look at the bottom right on the scouting page here. So there it is. Star development, Dante Corner. Star development, Mahoney. Elite development, Jared Swift. Are you kidding me? Star elite. Normal, that's fine. Normal, that's fine. Normal, that's fine. Normal. Star on a 3-star is huge. Rashawn Smith, normal. And then we can't see the ones that aren't signed. Impact, we'll take it. And we lost that battle. We knew we were going to lose that. Anybody else? We lost that one. Yeah, nobody else. All right. So, yeah. Star elite for our 4 stars. That is insane. And then I think a normal as well. That is great development. That is insane that we got an edge rusher elite development from Fort Wayne, Indiana. He is about to dominate next year. What a name, too. Jared Swift. He's going to be Swift out there on the defensive line. We've got some recruits, everybody. What can we look here? Can we look at the top recruiting classes here? Let's see if we can. I mean, obviously, we're not anywhere near the top, but we've had a pretty solid class, so I feel like we're not going to be too bad. We haven't locked in all of them. Yeah, 38. I will take that. 100%. And we still have more recruits we're trying to get. 38's good. 38's really good. So, next episode, you will see college football playoff matchup. I disagree that we're away. I think we would all disagree. Let's prove it. But the problem is they have home field advantage. That plays such a big factor, everybody. To say that these two teams, they had a conference win, right? Yeah, they won the conference, but like we're 10-2 with the Big Ten schedule versus 11-2 with the Big 12 schedule. Like we had a much tougher schedule than they had this year. It's not even close. We should be 8. They should be 9, but really we should be 5. But honestly, I'm glad we're in this bracket, but I think we should be 8 and they should be 9. But we got to go into Texas Tech and play on the road. We haven't played great on the road this year, but we have to or we're done. What a year. Thank you all for watching this video to the end. Thank you for all the support on the channel. You all are all legends. If you got some enjoyment today, drop a like. It really helps the channel. And subscribe for more. We made the college football playoffs. You all have been huge a part of this. With all your positive, encouraging comments, you all have just been amazing. Like keeping me laughing in the comments. You all have left so many funny jokes and just having fun out there. And that is what gaming is all about. And that is what this channel is all about. Having fun and gaming. I know I make mistakes. Every head coach is going to. Every quarterback is going to. This game is hard. And at the end of the day, though, what a year. What a battle. It is not over yet. Let's finish it, everybody. I'll see you in the next one. And as always, have a fantastic day, everybody.